I didn't notice the clean zones right away. That's intentional. They aren't marked. There are no signs, no thresholds, no obvious changes you can point to and say, this is different. They're designed to feel correct, comfortable, like places the Backrooms approve of. The first one I entered felt quieter than the rest of the halls. Not silent, just dampened. My footsteps didn't echo the way they should have. The sound died close to my feet, absorbed by the carpet before it could travel. I stopped walking. That should have been my cue to leave. Sound behaves strangely here, but it's consistent in its inconsistency. When something suddenly behaves too well, it means the space has already been adjusted. I hadn't learned that yet. The carpet in the clean zone was immaculate. No stains, no discoloration. Every fiber lay in the same direction, like it had been brushed into place. The walls were uniform in color, not just yellow, but evenly yellow, without the faint variations you normally see when the lighting flickers. Even the lights felt different. They didn't buzz. They didn't flicker. They just stayed on. I took a few steps forward and felt pressure in my ears, like descending in an elevator without moving. My thoughts slowed slightly. Not enough to panic, just enough to make me hesitate. I don't remember deciding to leave. I remember being outside the clean zone again, standing at the edge of a familiar hallway, trying to understand why my heart was racing. Something was wrong. At first, I thought it was time. Clean zones distort it. That much I know now. Minutes stretch. Thoughts loop. You can lose entire cycles without realizing it. But it wasn't time I'd lost. It was my watch. I don't mean it stopped working. It was gone. The strap, the clasp, even the faint indentation it had left on my wrist. All of it erased cleanly, like it had never been there. I stood very still after that. Maintenance doesn't take randomly. It removes what doesn't belong. The watch had history, origin, a point of reference outside this place. That made it excess. I backed away slowly and didn't return to that hallway again. That's when I formalized the rule. Never enter a freshly cleaned area. If you do, maintenance doesn't correct the space around you. It corrects you. After that, I started mapping the clean zones indirectly. Not with drawings or notes, those don't last, but with absence. Hallways I wouldn't hear echoes in. Corners where dust never settled. Areas where my breathing sounded wrong in my own ears. Those places were avoided. During maintenance windows, I hid as far from them as possible. Hiding is a skill here. You don't just duck into a room and hope. Rooms are too defined, too complete. Maintenance likes completeness. It knows where everything should be. Corners are better, especially bad corners. Places where the geometry doesn't quite work, where the walls meet at angles that feel accidental. Those spaces don't get as much attention. I learned to stand with my shoulders angled, minimizing my outline. I learned that shadows help, but only if they're uneven. Perfect darkness is just another kind of cleanliness. The first time maintenance passed close enough for me to feel it, I understood why stillness mattered more than silence. The air shifted. Not like a breeze, like volume changing. The carpet fibers rippled slightly, flattening and rising again as something moved through the hallway behind me. I didn't turn around. I didn't breathe deeper. I focused on staying incomplete. When the hum settled and the lights returned to their usual flicker, I checked myself carefully. Hands, shoes, clothing. Everything was still there. That time. I don't think maintenance was done with me yet. I think it was measuring.